Welcome to Hong Kong, one of the most densely populated cities in the world. I've got 2 days to explore it, so let's see what it's really like. I'm Diana, out of office and chasing places, and welcome to my channel. So I just entered Hong Kong from Shenzhen, and honestly the whole process felt a bit like going through an airport. I got my exit stamp from China, then the entry stamp into Hong Kong, went through security, and in total it took about an hour. I couldn't film any of it obviously, but the crossing itself was actually really nice. After security, I walked across this bridge with a view back over Shenzhen, and from there we went straight to the train station that took us into the city. For the metro, you can just use Visa or MasterCard at pretty much any station. But there's also the Octopus card, which you can use for transport and even in stores. You can get a physical one or just add it to your Apple Wallet. To get the Octopus card on your iPhone, just download the Octopus for Tourist app. From there, you just follow the steps to create a new card, and at the end you will see the Add to Wallet button. You can also top it up directly from the app, which is really convenient. And when you're done, you can even request a refund, and the card basically becomes inactive, like mine here. One thing I noticed about the metro is that every station has its own color. And another thing that kind of scares me here, the escalators. I don't think the video really shows how fast they actually are, but I've never seen escalators move this quickly before. And there are so many of them, you'll see what I mean later. We finally made it into the city, and our first stop is the Monster Building. This was the one place I already knew about, so I was really excited to see it. Google Maps works really well here, and somehow we still got lost. We went uphill instead of straight, but luckily someone stopped and helped us to get back on the track. So basically you need to look out for this bakery called Gentle Bakery, and right after that you can take the first left. And from here you just follow the alley and you'll get there. I think there are actually multiple ways to enter because I've seen videos from different angles, so it probably depends where you come from. Okay, so on the ground floor there are a lot of shops. Yeah, I think this is the spot. Whoa. We found it. This is one of those places that a lot of people kind of exaggerate online. You've probably seen it edited to look way taller and more dramatic than it actually is. Don't get me wrong, it's still impressive in real life, just not as extreme as it looks on social media. And as you can see, the area itself is actually pretty messy. There's quite a bit of trash and some parts are under renovation. At the end of the day, this isn't really a tourist attraction. It's where people actually live their everyday lives. What looks unreal to some people is just normal life for others. So yeah, I still recommend coming here, just don't expect it to look like all those photos online. From here, we're heading to Victoria Park, but first I need to grab a mango bubble tea. In China, I was literally having cha panda every single day and it was so good. Here I found kung fu tea and honestly it's just as good, but a little bit different. This is Victoria Park. It's really nice and green, perfect for a relaxing walk, especially since it's pretty warm outside. And right at the entrance there was actually a tennis tournament happening, but you couldn't really see anything from the outside. So while walking through the park, we ended up by the water and the sunset looks so beautiful from here. So far, Hong Kong has a really nice vibe and it's honestly so impressive to see so many skyscrapers everywhere. And now from Victoria Park we found this bridge to cross over to the other side so we can get closer to the water. Look at this view, the sunset on the buildings looks so good. side as well. There's a nice pink color over the city. And they also drive on the right side. We made it to the water and there's a really nice promenade here. Perfect for sitting and enjoying the view. The water is also super clean, you can even see the fish, although I don't think it really shows on camera. From here we're heading out to explore more of the area. I saw there's a really nice waterfront spot where you can see the buildings all lit up at night, somewhere around the Hong Kong observation wheel. It's about a 1-hour walk from here, but I feel like it's the best way to see more of the city. Walking around, I noticed Hong Kong is kind of built in layers. Cars are mostly down below and people move around on these elevated walkways. Sometimes you even have to go up because there's no sidewalk. But they all have escalators and elevators, so it's really accessible. And the view tonight is honestly breathtaking. I don't think I can walk 5 minutes without stopping to admire and take photos of these buildings. And we finally made it to this spot by the water, where you can just walk along and admire the skyline. And it actually looks like there's some kind of carnival going on here. So part of the view is a bit blocked because of that. I feel like the camera doesn't really capture how nice this actually is. I could honestly stay here for hours just enjoying the view. And since it was getting late, we started heading back to the hotel. And on the way, we found this Apple store that's basically suspended. It looks really interesting. And now, I think it's a good time to show you the hotel. We're staying at the CityView and the area seems really nice, with the metro and the market nearby. We're on the 20th floor and the room looks really nice, spacious and clean. There's a TV, a desk, an armchair and enough storage space. And just wait to see the view. From the window we can see a school right in front of us and the hospital on the right. And there's also this sports court on top of a building, which is pretty cool. And of course a lot of skyscrapers. Alright, this was day 1. Let's see what day 2 in Hong Kong looks like. We started the day by exploring the area around our hotel. Mong Kok is actually a really popular spot for shopping, especially since Hong Kong is tax-free. We checked out a few tech stores, but honestly, coming from Shenzhen, everything here feels kind of small. If you haven't seen my Shenzhen video, you can check it out here. And if you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And here we came across a street market. I know there's a really popular one in the area called the Ladies Market, but this isn't that one. It kind of feels like a market where you can find a bit of everything. In Romania, we actually call this kind of place a Wednesday market. I noticed that most places here prefer cash, but some vendors also accept octopus. Paying with a regular card is a bit less common, although I did see it in a few places. And honestly, there are quite a few spots that only accept octopus or cash. So it's a good idea for at least one person in your group to have octopus card, just in case. Oh look, these are bags that look like McDonald's and KFC bags. You can find so many random things here that you didn't even know existed. I noticed people bargain a lot here. I even saw an argument earlier because the seller changed the price. This market is definitely an experience. Now I'm curious to see how the ladies' market compares. That's pretty much it for this area. We found a spot where you can see the city from above, so we're heading there now. Remember when I said the escalators here are on another level? Just look at this. There are so many of them, I've never seen anything like this before. And you can actually see they're faster than normal. I went on a regular escalator in a store and it felt so slow compared to this. Next stop is Central Plaza Sky Lobby, where you can go up to the 46th 7th floor for free and see the city from above. It's just a big lobby with no seating or restrooms. But there is a cafe on the first floor where you can relax and enjoy the view. It's really nice from up here. You can see all the massive buildings so much better and just how dense everything is. You also get a full 360 view, so you can walk around and see the city from every angle. I'd recommend coming up here, especially since there's a lively shopping area just 20 minutes away. And that's where we're heading next. On the way, we found this place with all kinds of coconut trees. So, of course, I had to get one. Can you guess what I picked? Leave a comment now. I'll open it at the end of the video. And yeah, this is one of those places that's octopus or cash only. This area looks really beautiful, especially with the palm trees and these double-decker trams. We're heading towards the Times Square Mall area and it looks like this whole place is basically a big food market. I saw fruits, fish, meat, vegetables and honestly a lot of things I didn't even recognize. And if you remember from my previous videos, I was obsessed with finding custard bao buns. Well, I finally found them here, but they didn't have the custard one, so I went with taro instead, which is kind of like a sweet potato but purple and with a really specific taste.
Thank you.
And for the taste test, the bun is exactly what I was hoping for. Soft and warm, and the taro filling is actually really good. And now we've made it to Hong Kong Times Square. It's really lively around here. And this building called Times Square, it's basically a huge mall, mostly with big brands, and it looks super futuristic. We spent some time here just exploring the shops and walking around. And here we have the famous red taxis. They fit so perfectly into this city vibe. Ever since I got here, I've been trying to catch the perfect moment to get a nice shot of them. From here, we're heading to the famous neon sign spot. Over the years, a lot of them have disappeared and now there's only a small area left. But I'm really glad I still got the chance to see a few of them. They feel so iconic for Hong Kong. And this corner is actually in the Mong Kok Area, near our hotel. We've been walking a lot around Hong Kong, but honestly it doesn't feel that tiring, because there's always something interesting to see. From here, we're heading on foot to the Temple Street Night Market. On the way, we came across some pretty interesting things. There were quite a few stalls selling adult products on the sidewalk. And right near the market, we passed through a darker area where people were singing on the street, but not really in a pleasant way. So if you're planning to visit this area at night, it's probably not the best place to come with kids. Anyway, let's go into the market. The important thing is I found a magnet where I could actually pay with octopus, so that was a win. The market itself is pretty similar to the one we saw earlier. Lots of clothes, bags, and all kinds of random stuff. Some of it a bit unusual, just like these fish slippers. But this market is definitely bigger.
Okay.
And besides the market stalls in the middle of the street, there are also shops on both sides. And at the end, there's also a food market area, which is pretty diverse. There are also small restaurants along the sides. Yeah. And here we have durian. I'm not really sure how much it's supposed to cost, but this one was 98 Hong Kong dollars, which is around 11 or 12 euros for a piece. And at the end I even found the shawarma spot, and honestly it looks really good. And this was the Temple Street Market. Hong Kong definitely feels different from anywhere I've been. Now we're heading back to the hotel to end these 2 days and try the coconut treat. I'm back at the hotel now and I can't wait to open my coconut treat. Let's see what I got. It looks like this. It has some water above. Anyway, it's been a few hours since I got it, so maybe it melted a little bit. Let's taste it. I hope it's still good. Because outside was like 17 degrees. Okay. It's a little soft. The shell is a little soft. Let's try the actual coconut. Oh. I'm not sure if you can see, there's a lot of water and the texture is like coconut meat, but jellified. If you know how coconut water tastes, it tastes just like coconut water in a jelly form. If you're not a fan of coconut water, I would not recommend it. But if you're a fan, this is okay. The other one I think was creme brulee. Maybe that one was better if you don't like coconut water, but I think that was also mixed with coconut water. But this one is exactly just like coconut water jellified. Oh, I forgot. I had coconut crumbles. I forgot about them. I get them separate so they don't get soggy. Let's put them inside. Why it's so hard to open? Okay. They smell so good. I like everything coconut. Coconut water is my least favorite from the coconut family, let's say, but I like it. I still like it. So it's like this now. These coconut flakes are crunchy. Let's see, like that. Yep. The coconut flakes really change the taste. I can't believe I almost forgot them. It's good. I recommend it. The place, it's Tea Day. Not sure if it's visible. Tea Day. If you want to try it, it's nice. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.